Eric Keller here, Enthusiast Auto Group. Today we're in EAG Super Secret Warehouse number 1, and we're going to talk about these 3 BMW Tourings. These station wagons are pretty cool, very cult-like cool. And it's going to be a fun little video here that we're going to share. This is just going to be the intro. It's going to be a make-your-own adventure story kind of video, because I want you, the enthusiast, to share your comments, your feedback, your thoughts on what would be cool to share on each of these 3 station wagons. So we have a 1991 BMW 325i. This is a 2-wheel drive car from Japan. That's a high output car. I'll come back to that during its own video. It's a car that we bought for, well, resale, and it just never left because we are our own best customer, and it never got to the front side of the process. We just decided to keep it because it was just too cool for school. Here a couple of years later, we are going to let the next enthusiast have some fun with it. We've made our memories, written our chapter, and it's time to move on and make some more room. As you can tell, it's a little bit full in here, and we should continue to share these awesome cars, because that's really a lot of the fun of the hobby. So the car in the middle, well, no stranger, one of the BMW All-Stars. This is the Alpina B10 4.6 liter 6-speed manual Touring from Germany. It's a really special car that I've just been dragging my feet making this video, because I know it's got so much stuff to share, and I don't know how I'm going to make it all into one video and try to keep it concise. So I need your help. Tell me what you think would be fun to do, and I look forward to giving you my best improv try. Then in the back there, no stranger to those that have been following our website for many years. 15 years ago, we met this client, the enthusiast that bought this car new. He bought a really special car from us, happened to also be in a Touring. I guess technically it was more like 13 years ago, but who's counting? He bought our Santorini blue E34 M5 wagon. It took a while for us to build the relationship and us to feel comfortable and eventually part with the car. But when it was time for him to do the same emotions I'm sure we're going through, he decided to call us and give us the opportunity to buy this Dinan Stage 3 2003 final year 540 M Sport Touring. It's a mouthful. It's a really awesome car that is what we would call an EAG signature car. We've owned it multiple times. It's gone through the program multiple times, and amongst its 2003 E39 peers, very few that are as good as this one, and that's why it is a signature car. Could be to call it an all-star if you wanted to call it that as well. Not very many of those 540 M Sports, 200 or so. So if there's something cool and special you'd like to see about that car, again, drop us a comment. Let's make more comments on this video than any other video we've done to date. I think that would be a goal and something to be a lot of fun. And maybe it's something we'll do in the future with some of these other cars in the Super Secret Warehouse number 1. A good way to obviously share these special cars with us, our fellow enthusiasts, you guys, and bring you inside EAG a little bit, since we are a little bit distanced here. And certainly do appreciate everybody subscribing and following us and growing our channel, but also understanding what makes EAG a very different business from a car dealer. We've never really wanted anything to do with that industry, and originally, way back when, starting this business about just 2.5 miles that way, when we'd have a first-time caller call in, I always made it a priority. One of the first things that I mentioned to them is, take everything you know about the car industry, write it down. Write everything that's the opposite over here. This was part of my original business plan. That's what we do. It's nothing in common with the stereotypical car industry. We don't want anything to do with a car dealership. And frankly, today, more than ever before, we have exceeded my hopes and dreams to be just that, the industry leader for BMW preservation and a quality standard that is synonymous with the best of the best. And that was always really our mission statement, and why we've always had our mantra of never stop improving. And that really rings true. And we had that conversation in our EAG Monday morning meeting yesterday. So I certainly appreciate everybody that's helped us get to where we're at and be able to share these really awesome cars in these Tourings. I mean, I'm a wagon geek. I mean, I'm wearing the t-shirt. And it's really great to be able to share this passion and hobby with everybody, and doing this through the YouTube has been a lot of fun for me. So let's make it even more fun. Drop some cool comments. Think about this. Put some thought into it, and let's maybe it'd be something that we'll do with other cars as well. So stay tuned. Subscribe for more. We're going to do a hot lap, so stay tuned. We're going to do a quick tour on these cars here before we part. And then we'll obviously break down into the individual videos from there. Starting, of course, with the E30 Touring, which is the first BMW Touring wagon. Frankly, touring wasn't a thing outside of the early 2002s and 2000s, and that's where the Touring moniker came from. And a BMW engineer, a prototype engineer, Max Reisbach, was a family guy and needed a solution, or at least decided that he wanted a solution for his own family, and took it upon himself to take a 323 and, well, chop, cut, rebuild, and fabricate. And 6 months later, the E30 wagon was born, dubbed the Touring. And they made about 104,000 of these cars from '87 until, I think, '93. And this is a 1991 325i, a two-wheel drive, rear wheel only. They did come in a all-wheel drive variant that has lived its life in Japan and is quite a special and unique car for a ton of reasons. Just a couple teasers on it. It does have a sweet parking pole, given it is a right-hand drive market and a left-hand production only vehicle. So that gives the accustomed right-hand drivers a good perspective of where that far corner is. This is a slick top car that does not have roof rails and is a long roof, quite a long roof. And it has super low mileage, just 49,000 rounds. We bought this car thinking we were going to resell it, and man, I couldn't do it. The Alpina bits and just the overall station wagon bug bit me, and here 2+ years later, we still have the car. We have used it for a lot of cool events, but we have decided to part with the car and offer it up to the next enthusiast owner. So this car is on the market as of now. So let us know what you want to see on that sweet wagon, and we'll come back and do just that. It's a silly question what you want to see on the Alpina wagon, because I think the answer is abso-frickin-lutely everything. One of 17 built. This is the king of the E34 station wagons. And I don't know if the E34 wagon or the E36 wagon came first. I haven't looked that up specifically. We've not had an E36 wagon yet, so I don't know. Maybe drop a comment and let us know if you do. This is the big Mama Jama, the 4.6 liter. This is a 6-speed manual. This is a imported car from Germany that we've just received, and it's my favorite car we've bought in a really, really long time. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't say I've been driving it a bit. I actually personally gave the thing a bath today. I feel bad having my guys wash it so often because I've been driving and putting so many miles on it and keep wanting to do a video on the car and just haven't got around to doing it yet. So that's what I want to share with you now. And let me know what you're thinking, what you want to see on this bad boy. And again, if feasible, we'll do just that. And then, yeah, the king of E39 Tourings. This is the final year, as is the Alpina, 95 model year, a final year, close to a final year on the E30. But this final year E39 is a M Sport, one of just a little around 200 or so built. It is a factory M Sport car with the M accoutrement, and then some liberties have been taken, as you can tell by the wheels. And this is what we would call an EAG signature car. It is a car that we purchased from the original owner, who is quite a well-known enthusiast to us, having purchased our E34 M5 wagon, our Santorini blue one, from us a number of years ago, actually 12 years ago to be exact. And when he bought this wagon, he talked to the sales guy and said, let me see that Dinan catalog. And Jeff went through it and handed the catalog back to the fella and said, "I'll take it." And he's like, "Oh, you want the suspension? You want the muffler?" "I'll take the whole catalog, sir." And so the whole kit and caboodle, Dinan Stage 3 supercharged, everything that Dinan had on the menu for a 540 was put on this bad boy when the car was quite new in Florida, and it's lived a fantastic life. We've bought and sold the car several times. Not quite half of the mileage has been done under EAG's watch, but certainly the majority of the mechanical refurbishment and everything else prior to that is in the book in the trunk. So not to give out too much more info on that supercharged estate, let's talk about what you want to see on that bad boy, and if feasible and within the tolerances of the law, we'll do that on all of these cars. So subscribe for more. These are really it's a cool opportunity to have these three Tourings all at the same time and share them with our fellow enthusiasts. And hope everybody's staying safe out there. And this is a nice little distraction from whatever you may or may not or should be doing. I do hope you guys are getting out and getting some spring driving seat time in your beloved BMWs. If you have any questions on the Rejuve program for your car, the shop is open. We're booking a couple months out from now. So if you do want to get in there, certainly plan ahead and we'll get you on the schedule. So without further ado, well, drop a comment, I should say. Let us know what you're thinking, and we'll come back to you with some cool videos of these three BMW Touring Wagon estates. See ya!